We got two teams that lost nail biters the last time they played. Guys, we had Texas Southern lose a nail biter to Prairie View, and Southern lost to Arkansas Pine Bluff by 3 points. Hey, you knew this was going to be a game where it's going to be a bunch of hard hitting out there, taking out all their frustration on their opponent. Guys, hey, strap in right now. I'm just going to tell you right now, because this thing got so far out of control. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Am I looking at this scoreboard correctly? Because the numbers just keep going. Strap on in, because I'm about to tell you about this game right now, because this game here was so crazy. I was sitting there like, man, this is going to be a good one. But had a couple of kinks in there, and the thing got out of control real fast. So, guys, without further ado, are you ready? Tap a friend or two in, because here we go. Guys, welcome back to Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. That's right, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Guess what? We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. I appreciate every last one of y'all for rocking with me and continue to keep building this channel, guys. Hey, thank you all. I thank you all. We got some good stuff coming, guys. So, hey, make sure you tap in a friend or two. Tap yourself in if you haven't tapped in already. And make sure you follow us on social media. The links are listed down below in the description. Dig this, guys. Texas Southern freshman quarterback, daggone Jalen Brown, he kept these guys, hey, he kept the Tigers in this game in the first half. At one point in time, listen, the game was 14-16, right? And the crazy thing about it was they messed around, the Tigers messed around, kicked the daggone, and kicked off after they scored a touchdown, kicked the ball back to Southern. Southern takes the ball 98 yards on a touchdown. That's right. Sky Key Thomas let the Tigers know, hey, look, y'all ain't getting back in this game tonight. He was letting daggone Jalen Brown know, hey, look, I understand you got some ballers on your side of the field, but they can't help you. Yes, the ballers that I'm talking about with Jalen Brown was none other than Jacoy Howard and Ladarius Owens. Yes, excuse me, I forgot one other guy. Let me put this guy on here. I'm gonna tap you in. I'm sorry, sir. Let me tap you in. Keelan Davis. Yes, sir. I gotta tap that kid in too. Because when I tell you that those young men was doing the best they could to keep the Tigers in this game, man. I mean, they was out there scrapping. I mean, the defense was out there real stingy. The Tigers defense, listen, if you're a quarterback that likes to run your number all the time on quarterback keepers, I'm going to tell you right now, when you see them daggone defensive backs and them daggone linebackers coming at you for Texas Southern, duck. That's all I'm saying. Duck, duck, duck. Yes, sir. You better learn how to slide, because if you can't slide playing with these guys, they're going to hurt you. Oh, they're going to hurt you bad. Guys, let me tell you something. Daggone, Jalen Brown, this young man, that freshman quarterback for Texas Southern, he got a big arm, guy. And when I say this young man was out there slinging the ball all over the field, I'm wondering, did this young man play baseball at one point in time? Because it's like he's a fast pitch thrower. I mean, he threw the ball 37 times, completing 21 for 281 yards, one touchdown, and he had one interception. Corey Howard had 60 yards on 14 carries, along with Larry Owens. He rushed for 45 yards on 11 carries with one touchdown. Keelan Davis had 85 yards on 3 receptions and one touchdown. Now, y'all sitting there like, wait a minute. If you're sounding like this about these young men out here really balling during this game, what exactly happened? Well, I'm about to tell you. Texas Southern, you got a couple of miscues in there. Texas Southern had a miscue, one being on special teams, where you had the long snapper. He snapped the ball 20 yards over the punter's head, allowing Southern to get a safety on the Tigers that put them up, gave them 2 additional points. So at that one point in time, like right before half, it was 16-14, right before the 88-yard kick return that went back, making it 23-14 at the half. There was multiple penalties out there. You had, a couple of just brain dead penalties, offsides, unsportsmanlike conduct, that the Texas Southern had drives going, and those penalties just moved them back. So it kind of deflated, everything that was going on, deflated the momentum that they had moving the ball down the field, where it just took them back, and it was nothing really they could, they couldn't recover from that. Darius Skelton, the quarterback for Southern, man, this kid here, he should get the Iron Man award for the spring season. And I'm gonna tell you why. This young man here called his number. He called his number 14 times to run the ball for 88 yards. This young man got hit so hard on one play, I think they hit him in his hand. He went out the game. They inserted another quarterback in the game, John Lampley, came in the game, backup quarterback, slung a 22-yard touchdown pass. Not touchdown pass, strike. Because, he sent that bad boy through in between 2 daggone Texas Southern defenders. That bad boy was a rocket that he shot off behind. It was like a rocket he threw through there to Gerard Sims, who caught 2 touchdowns in the game. Southern, like I said, when I say Southern was punching the scoreboard. That's what I like to call it. When people get to running up the daggone clock on folks, I call that punching the scoreboard. And I'm talking about he was just punching that score. Every time he looked up, hey, punching the scoreboard. Punching the scoreboard at 50-something points? Come on, man. That loss that they took, that previous loss, oh my goodness. And you know who they playing next. They got Jackson State next. That's going to be a game to watch come 4-3. But I would say this. The line definitely held up for Skelton the whole game. I mean, Skelton, like I said, this man was out there, throwing bombs all over the field. He was throwing bombs all over the field. He threw the ball 18 times, completing 11 for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Skelton stood in the pocket so tall for majority of the game to where he went through his reads. 1, 2, 3. Came back and went back to 1, 2, and then he said, "Oh, 1 is open now. Let me throw the ball." That's how much time this man had in the pocket. If he felt that the pocket was starting to collapse, which it didn't often, he'd just take off and run the ball unless the play was already just set up for him to run in the first place. And I'm gonna tell you this: that Jaguars defense is stingy as hell too, because guess what? They made Texas Southern work for every daggone yard and daggone touchdown that they scored out there on the game. When I tell you they made them boys go, what was it, 18 plays, some 12 plays for 86 yards, something crazy like that, for them to score like right before the half. You just sat there and said, God, dog. They was laying the wood. That was one hard-hitting game that I've seen thus far on defense, where, folks was laying the wood, and, they was having a good time doing it. You had Texas Southern out there dancing once they got back within 2 points, thinking that, hey, we about to turn this thing up, and you let that daggone ball go 88 yards back the other way on a kick return. That's when I said, hey, it's about to be a problem. And then from there on out, Southern was able to shut them out in the third quarter, and they just hit the gas and took off after that, and that was it. But, guys, I'm going to tell you this. We already know Southern plays Jackson State next on April 3rd. Both teams are off next week. You got Texas Southern plays Grambling, who Grambling is just, I don't know what's going on with Grambling right now. But, guys, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think is going to happen with both of these games. I want to hear your comments. I already know some of the Jackson State fans are going to be in here talking a bunch of smack, and I'm waiting to hear that, as well as what you think is going to happen in this Texas Southern Grambling game. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. That's right, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Also, like these videos, share these videos, comment on these videos. Follow us on social media, guys. The links are listed down below. And remember, guys, be the one and lead.